Morning and welcome to Friday Morning Qigong. And let's get moving with our shake. Always how we start, because it's such a good way to start. And just letting your body move in any way that helps to release anything held or tight. Shoulders seem to all just get a little bit stiff in the mornings. I sleep on them in a strange way. Alrighty, yeah, just let your body lead the way. It's going to show you what it needs. And just allowing it to move, shake. Right, let's get a bit more grounded and intentional with the shake to bring awareness down into the feet. And you're really feeling the feet spread. Tuck that in. Getting the feet spread, sending down some roots down into the earth. Let's give the ankles a little bit of a shake. Give the knees a little bit of a shake. Going to give the hip joints a bit of a shake. And then same thing with the sacrum, base of the spine. Just giving that nice little shake, loosening up through the sacroiliac joints either side of the sacrum, where they articulate all with pelvic bones. So you can give that nice little shake through there. And it's interesting when you bring your awareness in all these different places, the shape does kind of change with different focus. Noticing that. Seem to have to shift my weight towards the back to get the sacrum shaking. Give the lumbar spine a little bit of a shake. Just a gentle wake up. And coming up into the thoracic spine. Giving the all the vertebra a nice little shake. Oh, that feels good through the thoracic spine. Just hunch the shoulders over a little bit and hunch the back a little bit to get in there. That feels good. Just give the ribs a bit of a shake. Breastbone. Collarbones. Shoulder blades. Give the hands a bit of a shake. Wrists, elbows, and upper arm joints. And come up into the cervical spine and the neck. And coming up into the jaw. Shake through the roof of the mouth. All the facial bones, including eye sockets. And then the rest of the scalp. Let's do a whole body shape once again. Being particularly interested in the fascia, the connective tissue, yeah, below the skin, this whole length of fascia. And then just very gently bringing that to a stop. Let's just enjoy the fruits of our shaking just for a moment. Taking in all those delicious tingly feelings where there might be a bit of sense of opening and flowing, easing up of some of the tense parts. Just look for what feels good. See if you can soften and widen around anything that feels a little bit tight or tense. Using the breath to soften. Keeping an eye on what feels good. Nice. Finger to thumb, let's do some fire breathing. The intention of energizing the system. So stepping diagonally, hands are going to come up. Going to drop open the wrists. You know what I mean? Hands come up, down, stepping on the other side. Big breath in. Feel that stretch. Ooh. Hands come up, dropping down, looking down, stepping back, breathing out. And then just keep going for a few more at your own pace. And making sure that the breath is nice and long and deep. Keep that intention in mind and just invigorating and energizing the system. Let's do a few breaths where we're breathing right down into the kidneys, into the adrenals. And one more on each side. Great. Let's do a little bit of warming up the spine. Twist is coming from the pelvis, not from the arms. Arms are just loose. Just twisting around the whole of the spine. It's the central column, we're twisting around it. Giving it a beautiful massage. Gentle tap into the kidneys. Once again, waking things up, invigorating the system. Keep the breath nice and long and even. Couple more turns. And gently letting it go. Great, let's just do a little bit of tapping. So I've got a loose fist, tapping up into the chest, down, back up, waking up meridians. Great way to get a real sense of body, feeling into it, being it. Great, grabbing the elbow. Let's do a little bit of tapping shoulders. Those muscles get nice and tight. This other side, same thing. Waking up, invigorating. Elbow. Let's come into the chest. Thymus. Down to the abdomen. All of the vital organs down there. Base of the lungs. To the back. Nice and gently over the kidneys. Buttocks. Into the quad. The legs. Making sure you get front, back, sides. Feet while we're down here. Right, I sort of sweep. Great, let's bring hand onto the belly, hand onto the sacrum, at the back. I'm going to take the pelvis round in a gentle circle, aiming for the most circular circle we can make. We need to slow that down. Keep the circle, that's all good. Seeing the shoulders and the arms and the face relax, the jaw. And let's imagine that we're taking the sacrum through space. We're drawing a circle with the sacrum. Just move, changes how you move a little bit. Not taking the pelvic bones, but just the sacrum. We're going to change our hands. We're going to swap direction. Again, just staying with moving the sacrum through space, drawing a circle with the sacrum. Right, we're going to stay with this, but we're just going to change the plane that we're moving on. So instead of this sort of horizontal plane, we're going to come onto this vertical plane and take the sacrum up and over and down and around. Just going to do a few of those. Can be a little bit tricky. Get your head around it to start with. Just letting it be easy and possible. Letting your whole spine benefit from the movements, the undulations. Great, we're going to try and reverse that. So bring it forward, back, round, up, over. Drawing that circle with the sacrum. Let's do one more in that direction. And then we're going to change direction again. We're going to come around on this plane. Can't remember what it's called. But we're going to go to the side, up and around, down. Again, we're just going to let the whole spine move, drawing the circle with the sacrum. Moving it through space. Right, we're going to reverse that. Moving sacrum through space, letting the whole spine move and undulate. And let's do one more. And letting that go. Let's come to our standing posture, Wuchi posture, just for a couple of minutes. Whole body's warmed up, invigorated. We're in it. So let's just come to stillness for a moment, letting the feet spread and relax, opening up the bubbling springs point. The whole weight of the body just sink through the feet down into the earth. Soften around the ankles, bending the knees. Seeing the femur bones, these thigh bones, roll out a little bit. Tucking the sacrum in, just a little. Get a neutral, slightly tucked pelvis. You're going to go long through the spine. Tuck in the chin a little bit. Reaching up through the crown of the head. Letting the arms relax. Take a couple of breaths here, conscious, connected breaths. See if we can stay grounded through the feet as we breathe in and out. Let the in-breath really sink us down into earth. Just noticing the whole body, noticing the sense of ease and openness and feeling invigorated, energized, present, embodied. Noticing all the flows in the body. Often there's an easy connection to the upward flow through the central channel, but what else is going on? Letting the pelvis hang in space. While we're standing here in the stillness, quietness, let's invite a connection to the elements. So starting with earth, breathing in the beautiful, loamy, earthy, earthiness of the soil, connecting with the soil. Imagine that your feet are just standing in the soil. Opening up to everything within the soil, all the different bacteria and worms and psyllium and everything that's rich and supporting life. It's all in that soil. And within that soil, there's tree roots that connect us to our brothers and sisters of the forest, standing tall and connecting with the wood element. And within the earth, there is crystal family, all the many, many types of crystals and minerals, metals and ores. Opening up to all of the metal element. Always in the healthy soil, there's this damp moisture, the water element. It's right there with us. So we can feel into the water element just as part of the soil, and or feeling down into under the earth's crust. Massive table of water under the earth's crust. Feeling into that. And then letting our awareness drift and drift and drift down into the very core of the planet, the center of the planet. Molten lavas, fire, vast, vast heat, fire element. And take our hands and we're going to scoop down into all of that, and we're going to draw it up through the feet, the legs, into the torso, and the hands are going to keep coming up, and they'll just start to naturally cross at the heart. I'm going to keep bringing the hands up, and as they move up through the face, we're going to let them turn and move out. Once again, scooping, drawing up the chi, all of the elements, through the feet, the legs, up into the torso. Hands crossing, moving up through the face, turning, and let all of those elements feed through our Wei Chi, our personal Chi field, as we scoop up again, drawing through the feet. Follow your hands through the legs, into the torso. Through the neck, face, now through the field. Same thing, drawing it all up. Letting it permeate the Wei Chi into the field. I'm going to do the same form, but just changing the intention slightly or adding in a visualization. So visualize drawing water up in through the feet. Actually see it coming into the feet. See it coming into the legs. Filling the legs. Drawing it up into the torso. And seeing the water rise up through all of the organs, all the tissues, energy pathways. Keep it moving up, actually seeing the water. letting it fill all of the cavities. And now letting it fill the space around us. Let's do the same thing with the wood element. So drawing up, whatever that looks like to you. Sometimes it might just be that you become the tree, or maybe you start to bring up some vines with leaves that are growing up, with insides, outsides, drawing up the wood element, visualizing it, seeing it moving through your body. I find myself having to move really slowly to keep up with the growing vine that I have coming up. So just moving at your own pace. Keep that visualization going. And then letting that tree or vine or whatever it was just fill in around you. And do the same thing with the metal element. So drawing up, for me, I seem to go straight to an amethyst crystal, building up through my legs. Whatever you visualize is perfect. Letting those crystals or metals form. Becoming the element, embodying the element. Whole space around is filled with crystal. And let's do the same thing with earth or soil. Drawing up, visualizing. I can see this rich, loamy earth full of little bugs and worms, microbiome of the soil, living, breathing element coming into my body, filling up. Becoming the soil. So any tensions drop away. allowing the spaces to be whole and fillable. And let's reach right down into the Earth's core, drawing up through all of the layers of the Earth. It's purifying, invigorating, life-giving fire element. Drawing it up through the feet, legs, allowing all the cavities to be filled with fire. Filling the space around the body, front, back, sides. Letting the arms relax. Let's invite the elements to balance and harmonize. Letting the mind be still and the body be still. Open and allowing for this harmonizing, balancing to happen. Softening through any tension, letting go, surrendering to the power of the elements, power of nature. letting the image of all of the elements dissolve. Starting to prepare the mind and the body and the being to come out of the practice, taking some deep breaths, orienting to the space that you're in. And very gently, just coming back to some movement. And that ends the practice.